Hello everyone, I am back again with a new topic, and this is the continuation of cell, the unit of life. As we have previously discussed about the discovery of cells, who discovered it, when was the living cell discovered, about cell theory, like all living organisms are made up of its cells and its components, and the other thing is all cells arise from pre-existing cells, which was discovered by Robert Virchow. Okay, now today's topic is overview of a cell. So basically today we will see the two types of cells, basically plant cell and animal cell, and also we will find differences between two types of another type of cells, which is prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Okay, so let's start with our today's topic, overview of a cell. Typical plant cell I have taken is onion cell, and typical animal cell I have taken is human cheek cell. Okay, now let's see the diagram and visualize it even better. From the diagram you can see that it is a plant cell. Okay, it has cell wall, it has nucleus, it has Golgi apparatus, nuclear envelope, plasma membrane, mitochondria, ribosomes, cytoplasm, chloroplast, smooth endoplasmic and rough endoplasmic reticulums, etc. Now, function of cell wall is that cell wall is the delimiting structure of in the plant cell. Okay, and also cytoplasm present in the plant cell acts like an arena. Arena basically means an area where all types of functions happen. Okay, inside a cell. Now let's see how an animal cell generally looks like. It also has Golgi apparatus, nucleus, cell membrane, cytoplasm, centriole, mitochondria, smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, etc. There are two types of ribosomes. Okay, one which is present on the surface of this rough endoplasmic reticulum and revolving, moving inside the cytoplasm, which are called as 80S ribosomes, and another one is which is present in mitochondria and chloroplast. It is known as 70S ribosomes. Make sure that these both of the ribosomes are different to each other. Okay. In an animal cell, cytoplasm acts like and functions like an arena, and cell membrane acts like a delimiting structure. Okay. Now let us see the differences between the plant cell and an animal cell. Major differences you can see here is that plant cell has a large vacuole, whereas animal cell lacks a large vacuole. Basically, vacuole is either absent in animal cell, or sometimes when it is present it is very small in size. Second difference, you can see that there is a cell wall present in the plant cell and animal cell does not have a cell wall. Third thing you can see is chloroplast. Plant cell has the chloroplast, whereas animal cell does not have. Fourth difference you can see is centrosome. Okay, centrosome basically, or centriole we can say. Centriole is present only in animal cell, and it is not present in plant cell. Both plant and animal cell together are called as eukaryotic cells. U means true and karyon means nucleus. Basically it means true nucleus. Okay. Now let us see the membrane bound organelles present inside the cell. Remember one thing, that nucleus is not an organelle of a cell. Okay, let's start. Single membrane bound organelles are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes, vacuoles, and there are some microbilles present inside the cell. Second thing is double membrane bound organelles, which are mitochondria and chloroplast. Nucleus is also double membrane bound, but it is not an organelle. Third comes membraneless. Membraneless organelles basically are ribosomes, centrosomes and nucleolus. One important point you can see is compartmentization is present in eukaryotic cells. Compartmentization basically means different compartments are made for different things. Then let us study about bacterial cell. Okay, Bacterial cell basically have a cell wall, double stranded circular DNA, longer pili also known as sex pili, or shorter pili known as somatic pili also, flagella, plasmid, cell membrane, slime layer, capsule also. Slime layer and capsule combinedly are known as glycocalyx. Okay, it cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. It also has mesosomes. Main function of mesosome is basically of respiration, but it also helps in DNA replication, enzyme and protein synthesis, cell division, cell wall material synthesis, etc. And capsule is basically helps the bacterial cell to provide protection. Protection from what? Protection from basically WBCs. If the bacteria has a capsule layer, then WBCs cannot attack and engulf it, so it provides protection to it, and also it helps in colony formation. If it is protected from the WBCs, then it replicates itself and forms a colony of itself. Okay, slime layer present in bacterial cell prevents it from drying out. Okay, next is, this is known as flagella. Flagella also helps in movement of bacterial cells. Plasmid present in the bacterial cell contains some extra chromosome circular DNA. Okay, genes like it contains resistance and flexibility. If a bacterial cell has plasmid, then it may have resistance to some kind of medicine also, because of which sometimes medicines do not work also against bacterial cell if they have resistance against that particular medicine. This double stranded circular DNA is also known as incipient nucleus or genophore or nucleide or chromosome. Pseudo means false and chromosome means which is a genetic material. Now, longer pili helps in the formation of conjugation tube. When one bacteria connects with the other bacteria, then longer pili helps in the formation of conjugation tube, which connects both these bacterial cells. And shorter pili is for attachment. Shorter pili is made up of pilin protein, which is non-contractile protein, and flagella is made up of flagellin protein, which is a contractile protein. That's all for today. Thank you.